It's beer o'clock on Reload Craft Beer. I'm joined by Andrea. How you doing, Andrea?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic, not too bad, not too bad. You're from Vento Forte.
Vento Forte, yes.
Italian craft brewery.
Yes.
Massive, massive fan of Italian craft beer. The beer scene in Italy, around the Rome area, is massive, isn't it?
It exploded in the last few years, yes.
Really exploded. And we've got your double IPA.
Yeah.
Gal, yeah?
Cal.
8.9% ABV.
Yeah.
We'll do the review and then we'll talk to Andrea about the brewery later on. But beer in the glass, slightly hazy beer with a good one finger white head. Is this one of these kind of New England double IPAs?
Yeah, actually it wasn't mentioned to be that cloudy because this is probably the end of the keg. So we were pretty unlucky. This is the end of the festival. I wanna say that.
Yeah.
And this was supposed to be more clear. Actually, the last brews I'm doing, since it's becoming very popular, the New England style, people is not caring that much about the haziness of the beer. Actually, they kind of
want it.
Yeah.
And so this is perfect.
That is what I want. So okay, it's cloudy. Oh, good.
Yeah, perfect.
Fine. It's good for brewers. Is a good thing.
Should we get the aroma?
Yeah. This has a. It's a very hoppy aroma, and it's heavily dry hopped.
Yeah.
And the beer is supposed to be a West Coast style beer, so very dry. I use the California yeast. Actually, the beer is called Cal because I use the California ale.
Yes.
You know, Wild Labs California ale. Usually, brewers tend to call it Cal. California.
Okay.
So I
call the beer Cal.
Call the beer Cal. Yeah,
fantastic.
It's a double IPA, West Coast style. Why not call it Cal? So
lots of grapefruit, lots of pine, lots of orange peel.
Yeah, it is. I use the, Galaxy.
Yes.
Mosaic. In this particular version, I added some extra Idaho 7.
Yes.
Which is, this pretty new hop variety. It's been around for the last 2 years. In the West Coast, it's becoming popular. I think it's gonna become a new big thing in Europe as well. I think
fantastic. Should we? Yeah, let's taste. Let's taste. Cheers. Let's taste.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, I'm dying. I'm dying to get into this. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a fantastic beer. This is my style of double IPA. It's still. I love them juicy, really juicy, juice bomb IPAs, double IPAs, but I still like the bitterness. Yeah. Are you a bit old school like me, where you kind of still like that bitterness?
Yeah, I do like the bitterness. I want to say one thing about it because I was talking about this with other brewers in the last few days, and it's a thing that is happening at the moment. People, especially now with this new thing about the New England ones.
Yes. So the Vermont style.
The Vermont style. They are starting to say that the beer, West Coast style. I mean, I'm reducing the IBUs of the beer in the last batches because I heard people complaining about the fact the beers were bitter. I say I've been always making the same recipe.
Fantastic.
The beer didn't change, but the taste of people is changing at the moment. So more aroma, less bitterness. So this is kind of balanced. It's not too bitter, but it's less bitter than the first version of this beer. I brew this beer, I don't want to say every month, but I may brew at least 6 or 7 batches, double batches of this every year. Yeah. So yes,
fantastic.
It's kind of balanced, pretty round, and it's very smooth. What I like about this beer is that you don't really get the alcohol. So you just drink.
No real alcohol taste at all. It just glides on the palate. Unlike many, I mean, Italy's famous for its fine wines. I think the Italian craft beer market could punch a big hole in the craft beer scene and really take hold. So let's wrap things up with this particular beer review. I think it's fantastic. It's full of grapefruit and mango, and it's just a wonderful 10 out of 10 double IPA. But what I wanted to talk to you about, interestingly, was you're the first Italian craft brewer that I've spoken to, and I wanted to talk to you about the wine scene versus the beer scene. Do you think the Italian beer scene can ever get on a kind of a level with the Italian wine scene? Do you think?
Well,
it's all about quality with you guys, isn't it? You produce fantastic cars, you produce fantastic wine, you produce fantastic clothing. Can the fantastic beer that you produce, can you get it up to that kind of marketable level, if you like?
Yeah. I don't want to say that beer is taking the place of wine, because they're going together. And I think there is I personally, I love wine. I like to pair food with wine.
Yes.
More than I do with beer.
Okay.
I like to drink beer before. Yeah, I like to drink beer before dinner.
Yes.
So I might have. I mean, what I see in the Italian scene.
Yeah.
Young people approaching to the beer, but they're still eating food, pairing food with wine.
Right, okay.
And I think this craft beer helped also the wine scene, but I'm talking about
craft wine, maybe, yeah.
Let's call it craft, natural wines, you know. And also, I think the wine, I don't want to call it wine industry, because all the small wine producers that are making very good natural wines, just lately they are starting to avoid the use of sulfites. They're starting to make more, you know,
natural, organic. So
you have these little strange, funky flavors that you know, we are not used to, but people are starting to like it, because this is what it really wine is supposed to taste like, without adding anything that makes it a standard product. And so I think this craft beer revolution also helped the wine scene, but the wine is still a little bit behind the beer on this renaissance, let's call it that way.
Of course. But in terms of market share, wine is massively. In terms of money, wine is much bigger. Do you think beer can ever kind of join wine in that market and that real dollar or not dollar but pound or euro? Do you think we can make it? Because that's what I want. That's why I'm asking the question, because I want that.
Yeah.
I strive for beer to be, or craft beer, people to be jumping into bars and drinking the beer.
Yeah. I think it's gonna happen soon, because the beer scene is it's been exploding the last
all over the world
2-3 years.
Yeah.
So we are at the very beginning, in my opinion. So I think things are gonna change a lot in the next 1-2 years, and I really cannot make a prediction about it, because the market is changing so quick. Also, I never brewed a New England IPA till last September, and right now it seems like I've been always been doing that, and
I know,
and I didn't even know about the existence of this style till a year and a half ago.
Same here,
So I cannot tell you what is gonna happen in 6 months, in a month, but definitely the beer is pushing a lot. And
thank you very, very much for joining me. It's been a really interesting chat.
It's been my pleasure.
I have my father-in-law, my mother-in-law live in Ferrara in Italy.
In
Ferrara?
Ferrara. Okay, great.
So northern Italy.
Tuscany. Yeah, I think Ferrara is close to Liguria.
Yes, right up near Venice, about an hour from Venice.
No, wait. Ferrara
is northern Italy.
Northern Italy, yeah. No, Carrara. I was confusing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're from there, and I went a couple of years ago to a cafe bar, and I was drinking some fantastic Italian craft beer. I really was drinking some Italian craft beer, and I'd like to think that the Italian beer scene can, like the wine scene and the car scene and the clothing scene, can push out around the world.
I'm not an expert in the clothing scene, but
no me, but you know, it's about quality in your country.
What I like about beer, that's why I decided not to expand the brewery last year, because I wanted to
concentrate on quality.
Yeah, exactly. Control the product and make sure it arrives at the consumer.
Yeah.
In the best condition as possible. And people is getting conscious about how to treat properly a beer.
Yeah, yeah.
Cold chain, but must be maintained from the brewery to the cellar of the pub or the bar, which it's been hard to do that because people were not prepared for that, and now they're starting to understand it because this kind of IPAs, they need a special treatment, cold, consumed quickly.
Yeah.
And you know.
So one last question before we go,
sure.
'cause it is a bit parky. Vento Forte, what part of Italy are you from?
Yeah, it's very close to Rome.
Okay.
The brewery is located in Bracciano, which is a small town north of Rome, by a lake, a famous lake, which is called Bracciano Lake.
Okay.
And is in between the Mediterranean coast, and this lake. I mean, it's right by the lake, and it's a Roman brewery because around 80% of the beer I produce is consumed in Rome very quickly.
Okay.
So as I release a beer, Rome tends to drink it pretty
very
fast.
quickly.
Yeah, very quickly.
Yeah, I've heard good things, even in the UK. I've heard some good things.
I'm very happy about it.
Your brewery.
Very happy about it.
Thank you for joining me.
It's
10
been
out of
my
10.
pleasure.
Wonderful beer. Thanks for watching. Please comment, please subscribe, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.
Cheers.